Good morning. Right now it is 9:13 on a Wednesday morning. It's May the 6th. Yesterday was Cinco de Mayo. Hoping that you and your family had an awesome day. I had a ton of tacos, a good time. It was great. Now we can already start prepping for next year's, as it's not going to be on Taco Tuesday, but it's still going to be as good. Right now we have a couple giveaways going with some local places. One, we got Beauty and Blossom. That's a Mother's Day giveaway. These are all Facebook videos, by the way. And then we have a Red River Cantina giveaway video and a Jimmy Changa's giveaway video. All you have to do to potentially win is just go on those videos and follow the instructions. It's like there's no entry fee or anything. All you have to do is share it, like it, and just say, hey, I want this, and that's it, and you're going to be entered. I have a couple of guests that are going to be hanging out this morning from Captive Creative. I'm going to kick us onto the FM. If you're watching on Facebook, you're going back and listening on Apple Podcasts or on Spotify. Thank you for taking the time. Feel free to share this content with a friend. I know that you're going to learn something today. Here we go. Good morning. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. My name is Gardy, and it's a Wednesday morning. It's a really nice day outside. We're going to be having some fun. We're going to shoot a shine on Lamarck today. Speaking of video, I have my friend Justin Bowers, who's going to be hanging out with us. He is with Captive Creative, and then there is Kari as well. Hey, Kari, how do you say your last name? Is it Alexi?
Yes, sir, it is.
Hey, how are y'all doing today?
Great.
I'm glad that y'all are here. So what's been going on for you guys, life during this season?
Yeah. We've, it's been a little bit of a struggle, a little bit of a roller coaster here and there. We're just trying to find our stronghold and where we can help businesses in this time of need. And that's why we're thankful to be on the channel with you today, because we want to give and share some information with some people that might be struggling. And we've got a couple tools to help. So
cool.
Yeah.
So what kind of things have y'all noticed? I mean, it's already been 2 months somehow, and the time has gone by super quick and super slow at the same time. But a lot of businesses have either had, to shut down. It seems like there's a light, hopefully, at the end of the tunnel, but we don't know what the next couple months is going to hold. So what are some ideas or some resources for some people that they can do and use?
Yeah, so some of the things I think we wanted to kind of talk about are, your Google accounts, your social accounts, the different videos that you can be utilizing to help generate traffic to your business and just engage awareness of what's going on. But whenever we get to kind of the video stuff, I really think that Kari can really testify and talk about those different things. But for myself, since I come from a Google background, I think that Google is really, really important for small businesses at the moment right now, and that they need to go in and log into your accounts. Like, everybody's got a Google business. If you're a restaurant, if you're a retail store, if you're a hotel, if you're a brick and mortar location of any sort, you have a Google business listing. If you don't, you should definitely be getting that verified to be able to be found much easier for your local shoppers. And then really, once you get logged in, make sure that you've got enough information on there to allow people to know that, oh, your store hours are closing sooner. There's a lot of businesses that are, they're opening up a little bit later and they're closing a little bit sooner to cut back on their overhead and stuff. So let your customers know that, so they don't show up at 6 o'clock and they're like, well, this is the only time I can shop. So they can make arrangements and stuff for this kind of things. But if you blindside them, they need to know those things. Two, make sure that you publish on your Google accounts. You can make posts, so you can it's just like on Facebook. Make a little notification, say we're open for business for curbside. Go online and shop on our website. We have all of our items there. And then after that, what you could do is, if you have a small website, make sure that you kind of underline some of those things, those details that you're doing right now to help businesses or help your customers feel safe in this time. And as for the videos, we've got 3 different types, and I'll let Kari kind of go into them. To how your work, your training, and your commercials. So.
Yeah, and just to follow up on what Justin was saying, is during this time, your business is constantly changing. You have to be innovative and really think outside the box of how you're going to still do business. And you really need to update your customers and the people that you do business with, because they will not know what you're doing unless you tell them. So one of the big things is creating content that constantly keeps them up to date, doing constant PSAs to them, allowing them to understand where they're coming from, and also allowing them to understand what you're doing to keep them safe and to make them feel comfortable actually coming into your business or continue doing business with you at this time. Also, Justin mentioned training videos. That is a big thing, and you don't have to hire, a company like us to do training videos. You simply want to just use the resources you have, like your cell phone, and document the things that you're doing. Because right now you might be experiencing some downtime in your business, and with that is a great opportunity to actually document the processes that you have. And you might even find that there's you could be doing some of these processes more efficiently. So really just buckle down and start creating this content that you can use when everything gets back and running, because things will be back to how it is. And I truly believe things will be better than they were before. And you want to be able to use this time to, put yourself in front of things when things start to pick back up.
Yeah.
So I definitely see those things are what you should be focused on when it comes to video.
There's a martial arts studio that's not too far from here that went ahead, during this time they're not able to be open. So what I saw that they did is they created their own phases. These aren't even mandated by the government or anything, but they're very, hey, this is how we're going to reopen. And it was like phase 1 through like 4. And I was like, man, during this time they were mentioning how they're updating clients, like cleaning, doing these other things. So, man, that was really cool to see. I was like, that's the way, that's the way you should do it, right?
Is that Master Zuhair?
I can't think of the name. It's
Tiger's Den?
It's no, it wasn't that one. I think it was ACS is the name of this one.
Okay.
But is that something that they did as well?
No, I was just wondering if we had a mutual friend.
Okay, I got you. Cool. But here's something else. So we kind of touched on it a bit, but whenever it comes to like quality of content, hey, if I'm going to be updating my clients, I want to let them know what I'm doing during this time. Is it okay just to take a cell phone? Is something better than nothing?
Absolutely. Yeah. You just got to start somewhere, get the first document, put it in a timeline. You can use very simple free softwares to kind of line it all up. And then you can start, ironing out all the bells and whistles from there. Just first step is just getting the first draft.
Okay.
And then you're going to get inspired and you're going to be like, okay, we can do this a little bit better. We can do this a little bit better. And make your little shifts and changes. And then when you get to the next step, we're like, this needs to be shared with hundreds of people. Then you go and talk to a company to really produce something really well. So
who are some of the clients that Captive Creative has worked with and for? These are like national and global brands, right?
Yeah. Kari, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, we have I really like to focus on the local brands like Academy Sports and Outdoors. They're a good client of ours. We have Alco Electronics. They make laptops, like the Avita brand and things like that. We do a lot of works with charity. We've done work with the Ronald McDonald House and also Galveston Mills on Wheels. And really, we like to be able to create engaging content for companies all across the board. We really don't focus on one specific industry. We just make sure that the content that we do produce for them is effective and it has a purpose and they know what they're going to do with it. And that's really what we focus on. But yeah, those are a few off the top of my head. Capital One is another one. And those are the ones at least I'm able to discuss. But yeah, no, just helping them out and creating content for them is, our goal.
And I know that because I've been rewatching it, but the Monster Catch as been re-releasing in these episodes, they have hundreds of thousands of views on them. Can you share about what the Monster Catch is if somebody hasn't had the opportunity to see it yet?
Yeah. Monster Catch was a really amazing experience for Captive Creative as a whole, as a company. It was 10 episodes running around with Michael Marquez on his fishing adventures, catching all different species of fish. And it was just a pleasure and an honor to learn about these fish. And now I can say I know what species are what. So if you go watch the show, you'll learn some education. It's family friendly. And please comment away. We'd love to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, and I saw, I think yesterday or the day before, he posted on social media, which he's really good at updating clients, what's going on, and just creating content. I mean, putting it out there. I saw that he was doing offshore fishing charters, and that's something new.
Yeah.
Yeah, deep sea fishing, and I want to tell him congratulations for that because that's a big step. It's not everybody doesn't have the opportunity to get that license. So I want to tell him congratulations for that.
Yeah, it was cool, and it was some monster fish, of course, because that's what he catches. That's what he does. He goes on there and catches the monsters.
Always.
Oh yeah, I saw the photos, big red snappers and all that. So it was good stuff.
So what are the odds of us hopefully one day having like the Monster Catch offshore edition? And I'm seeing it in my head. It's coming in like offshore, and then there's literal monsters and whales just being caught.
I definitely think season 2 could be we can make it happen. I need to stock up on a lot of Dramamine for the season because as soon as that sun goes down, my stomach doesn't do too well.
Yeah, and they go like offshore. They go like hundreds of miles offshore.
Yeah,
like it's ridiculous.
Yeah, we went out there for 24 hours with nothing to cover us over, so there's straight sunlight and then only black pitchness.
Oh wow, see that's too much. Yeah, I get seasick too. But you have to do it though. It's like you have to at least try it.
It's totally exhilarating. I would do it again. I mean, I got to catch my own tuna, so that not very many people can say that they can do that. So.
Yeah. So right now it's 9:25. This is KHEARadio.com, 99.5 FM's Kickstart. My name's Gardy. I'm talking with the guys from Captive Creative about ways that we can ways and resources for businesses and business owners and how you can, stay ahead of the curve of everything that's going on right now. Can we talk more about the Google accounts? Because KHEA Radio, we have a Google phone number, right? And it rings a couple of phones, and it's a really cool resource. But sometimes we get these calls, and they're, asking to speak to the business owner. And I don't know if it's a scam or not. They're like, hi, this is with the Google, whatever account. Is that legit? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I mean, we have the same thing. We've used that system, the Google system, to use it actually as a pipeline funnel for ourselves. So when we on our website, the phone rings Kari's phone. That we got for him as a business phone, and then if he doesn't answer that, it comes to my phone. And I mean, Kari, would you say that you get a lot of scams, or is it just actual real business opportunity?
I get more real business than scams. Of course, even with my personal cell phone, I get scams. But actually, I get more scams on my personal phone number than I do on the Google phone. But most of the time, I would say 80% is real legit business.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I guess for us too.
The way to eliminate your number to be floating around there is like, if you get to create this Google number, don't place it on places. Don't put it in like all over the place, because there are companies that sell that information. So like if you've got a phone number that you just use, like put that phone number for everything, and then your business phone, keep that one clear from everything else. Keep it clean from everything. So that would be my suggestion. And I don't get any scams anymore because I actually changed the direction. I turned off so all unknown phone calls do not ring my cell phone at all. So if Kari has my phone number, my phone will ring. But if somebody from Galveston College calls me, I won't answer it. But my voicemail says that if you please leave me a voicemail or leave me a text message, I'll get back to you. I do not answer any unknown phone numbers.
Are y'all Apple product people, like for your cell phones and stuff?
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Is that a feature on there where it says like, "Hey, turned off unknown phone calls"?
Yes, yeah.
I was gonna say that sounds like an Apple thing, but I haven't seen that one. I'm gonna have to go do some exploration.
I'll tell you how to do it after.
Okay, cool.
I'll go digging around in settings.
Yeah, I may accidentally push something that I don't know how to undo, but man, no, Apple products are awesome. Is that what y'all use to to edit and do other stuff as well?
We use Apple products to edit, but our lead editor uses Microsoft products just because it's the sheer speed of it and the price. We like Apple for AirDrop and the communication between all the products.
Yeah, that works really seamlessly.
You had mentioned you want to talk more about this Google stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the Google is definitely the most important thing to do for your business right now. I mean, aside from the videos and the photos, you really need to go on there and publish content onto your Google business page. It will help you go get your go talk to past clients and go get reviews. Captive Creative has the most video reviews in all of Houston for all video production companies, and that's why we rank so high. So if you can do that for your restaurant, for your retail store, for your hotel, those are really strong tools. You've got 10 and 15 people that you know that are loyal to your business, and go ask them to leave you a nice, kind review.
Mm-hmm. So the Google business page, you have to verify that you are the business, and then you can edit that information?
Yeah. You have to be the business owner of that account, and you can just verify with that online.
Okay. So if I wanted to, I mean, Google.com, I use that website all the time, but like, how would you get to that place?
So the way you do it, if you're going to go home and do this at home, you go is to googlemybusiness.com. You'll type in your business name. It'll register and say, is this an actual listed that's created already, or does it need to be created? If it needs to be created, you click that, you punch in all your business information, you find the address. It's going to send you a postcard. Once you get that postcard, it's going to be a verification code that will say, hey, look, we've sent you a postcard to this address where you say your business is operating, and then it will allow you to be operating your business as there. There's other ways to do it. You can verify on phone. They'll ask to take pictures of your listing or your location. Some take longer than others. But that's how you kind of start that process. Once you go from there, it'll allow you to, once you're verified, you can punch in a bunch more information about your business.
See, that's really cool. I had no idea. I had no idea that was an option. And I'm guessing that means there's business owners out there who aren't taking advantage of that. And, sometimes you had mentioned earlier, like, hey, if you have some friends, go ask them to leave a review. There's nothing wrong, with that, because people want to help, especially during this time. They just don't know how. Yeah. And that's a simple thing.
Everyone's got a Google account. All they can do is just be like, hey, if they had dinner there one time, it's a real customer. Or if they stayed there one night, they bought one pair of pants,
Yes.
Yeah. It's free. It's free. That's another thing I want to add. It's free. It's a free tool that you could be using. You don't have to pay anybody to do it.
Yeah, $0.
That's the best kind of business move. If it costs you nothing, for sure. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's hands down. We think that's the strongest decision for every business to be taking and seizing the opportunity on right now.
Okay, so
especially brick and mortars.
Especially what?
Brick and mortar businesses.
Okay, yes. So there's something else that I wanted to talk about too. There's the Texas Cinnabot. Can we talk about that for a bit? What is that?
Texas Cinnabot is kind of a right arm for Captive Creative. It's allowing us to create super precision shots at high speeds while operating other triggers we call as motion control. So we can drop water droplets and track it flying through the air, or set triggers to set flames and rotate around the flame, or fling coffee beans into the air and rotate around it while it's flying.
Mm-hmm.
So the objective is to create the impossible.
Yeah. So what is it? Where did you first see something similar, or see one and say like, hey, I have to have one of those?
So where this kind of all started was I was working on a product video for Academy Sports and Outdoors. We had a boot product where they wanted to showcase a bunch of different elements. And they were like, well, can we do a 180 degrees around the product, do it slow motion, and use all these different elements. And I was like, yeah, we can do this. And so we tried to do it on a little slider, handheld, and it wasn't working. It was not working at all. So we had to, do some research, and I was like, well, maybe there's something out there like an electric track or a robot of some sort that can make this happen. And I found it over a year and a half ago. And so this was my first time watching somebody track something with a robot at incredible speeds. So
yeah, and it sets apart content. Whenever you see something that's like, whoa, that's different, I've never seen that before. It kind of makes the content stand out, right?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it can move in a manner that our hands can't do. So if you want to move level always at all points with your hands, you can't do it, but the robot can.
Yeah. Is that how they shoot some of these scenes in movies?
Yeah, so motion control is actually in most videos, feature films that you already watch right now. So some of the guys that from Mark Roberts Motion Control, which created my robot, there's a lot of low-code motion control in like all the Marvel movies, all of the Harry Potter movies. I mean, they're using larger versions of my robot for these large feature films. So these are costing about $500,000 to $1 million for these big giant robots like the Titan, or they can set it in a corner and they can do reach across a warehouse and bring it all the way through fluidly.
Yeah. What's your next, like, the Cinnabot? This is cool. It's really cool. Is there something else that's on your radar? Like, hey, this is my next toy that's going to change the game.
I think right now it's taking all the toys that we have, because I have 2 robots now. I have pneumatic cylinders, servos, stepper motors, and it's just kind of like taking all of those little items that we have and large items and putting them together to create really cool things, like falling burger shots, things flying through the air, and just I think at the moment it's just mastering the craft, and when somebody can throw something at us and be like, yeah, we can do that. You want to time a baseball and a kid hitting at the exact same time, we can do that. So
that's cool. That's awesome. What does business look like for you guys? Because obviously some customers had to shut down. Was there some projects that had to get put on hold? What happened?
We have some some higher end clients where they like to really kind of look over the shoulder and really make sure that the product is displayed correctly and to standards. So there were some really large projects that were put on hold. We're hoping for not too much longer. So for the time being, we went back to our grassroots and tried to help out small businesses with lots of free videos. Just to we have tons of photos of their products. So we just said, hey, look, we can make you a 15-second video for free, just to say, hey, look, show your doors are open. So we've been trying to help out where we can and work on internal projects that Kari was talking about. So we think that our processes are better. We think that our business is stronger now, and we've helped out a lot of businesses. So we think we're in a good position right now to really grow and help others.
Justin, you're engaged, right?
Yeah.
When is the wedding date? Is there a date set? Because I saw a lot of weddings had to get like pushed around and stuff.
We're gonna push it a whole year. So
a whole year? Is it gonna be in the United States, or were y'all doing it somewhere else?
It was gonna be in Croatia, right across from Italy. So we got a lot of family members that are elderly and really want to take them into consideration and have them be a part of our journey. So
is the robot coming to the wedding?
Yeah, it's actually going to be my best man.
Yes.
It was going to be my business partner Sam, and then Kari is a groomsman, but Kari is shafted down because Sam has to be a groomsman now.
So it's Texas Cinnabot, best man. I love it. Be able to capture the wedding at the same time, changing the game. That's so good. Hey, Sharky just tuned in. He said, it's a monster, baby. 3 of the coolest dudes I know here. Justin and his team crushed the production of the Monster Catch. And I have to agree with him.
Thank you. Thank you, Sharky.
Hey, is there anything else y'all would like to share today while y'all are here, or reiterate?
Well, I wanted to follow up on what Justin was saying about us offering the complimentary videos to the small businesses. We especially are doing this for restaurants because we know that they're suffering the most at this time. And they're trying to figure out things the most at this time. So we really want to help out the restaurant industry. Another big client of ours is Uber Eats and Grubhub. So we're in tons. I think we've done over 2,000 restaurants in the Houston area.
Wow. Yeah. And not even just the Houston area, because I know there was points where it's like, hey, we got to go to Dallas and doing these jobs, right?
Exactly. So restaurants have a special place in our heart. Mm-hmm. And we've just really been trying to help out local restaurants. It's as easy as them sending us their food photos, and we'll put together a really good, engaging video for them. And we want to offer that service complimentary.
How can they get a hold of you, or where do they send that to exactly?
Yeah, they can get a hold of us at captivecreative.com. And it's captive without an E at the end, just like it's spelled on my hat, creative.com. Or they can reach Justin at captivecreative.com, or reach me at Kari at captivecreative.com. Or just look us up on Google. We'll respond.
Pop up right at the top.
We try to.
Yeah. Hey, Justin, is there anything else you want to share?
No, just everybody be safe out there. Let's, be positive. Know that we're all going to get through this. And, take this time to really grow your business internally, figure out your processes. Take this time to really, get your mind healthy, get working out, make yourself better in this time so we can all come out on top.
I love it. Hey, thank you guys.
Awesome, guys.
Y'all be blessed. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. KHEA.